Come now, dear traveler of the night. Come and rest your weary spirit in this ancient place where time moves like honey and the air itself whispers of forgotten dreams. You have journeyed far through the noise and chaos of the waking world, and now you have arrived at the threshold of peace. You stand upon a terrace of white marble, so pure and luminous that it seems to glow with its own inner light. This marble was quarried from the mountains beyond the eastern desert, blessed by those who laid these stones, ensuring that all who walk here would know only tranquility. Beneath your feet, the marble is cool, deliciously cool, retaining just the faintest whisper of warmth from the day's desert heat. The sun has long since surrendered to the horizon, and now the stone has released that heat back to the stars, leaving only this perfect coolness against your skin. Feel the smoothness beneath your feet. The marble has been polished by generations of careful hands until its surface became as smooth as still water. There are no rough edges here, no imperfections, only this glassy, perfect smoothness that supports you completely. You are safe here, dear one, so very safe. This terrace stands high above the world, elevated far beyond the reach of worry and care. Below you, many stories below, the ancient city sleeps in its labyrinth of narrow streets. But you are above all of that now. The terrace stretches before you, a perfect rectangle of white stone bordered by a balustrade of carved marble. The railing is just the right height, smooth and cool. The craftsman who carved it worked for 7 years, creating patterns of vines and flowers, geometric stars, and flowing Arabic script that speaks of peace, of surrender, of the beauty of letting go. Above you, the sky has transformed into a dome of deepest indigo, not the harsh black of true darkness, but that rich, velvety blue that appears only in the hour after sunset. This indigo sky is sprinkled with stars, not harsh, glittering stars, but soft stars, gentle stars that pulse with a drowsy rhythm like breathing. The air is still, perfectly, wonderfully still. There is no wind to disturb you. The atmosphere hangs around you like a warm embrace, neither too hot nor too cold, but exactly the perfect temperature for rest. Breathe in now, slowly, deeply, drawing the cool indigo night into your lungs. The air tastes of distance and stars, of desert flowers that bloom only in darkness. It fills your chest, bringing fresh oxygen to every cell. And now, breathe out, slowly, releasing all the tension of the day. As the air leaves your lungs, it carries with it every worry, every stress, every concern. Let it all go. The day is over. You have arrived at the place of rest. Breathe in again, the cool, peaceful night. Breathe out, releasing, surrendering. With each breath, you become lighter. Your shoulders drop. Your jaw unclenches. The muscles around your eyes soften. You are safe here, high above the world. Nothing can reach you in this elevated place. The problems of daily life are far below, tiny and insignificant. Here in this space between earth and sky, you are protected, wrapped in the gentle embrace of the night. The marble terrace extends in all directions. To your left and right, the balustrade stands as a gentle boundary. Before you and behind you, the terrace stretches out, offering you all the room you need. And in the center of this vast space, something awaits you. You cannot see it clearly yet, but you sense its presence. Something soft, something welcoming, something prepared especially for your arrival. The stars pulse gently, rhythmically, like a slow heartbeat in the sky. Your own heart begins to echo this cosmic tempo. Your pulse slows, matching the ancient rhythm of the universe. You are woven into the vast tapestry of existence, held and supported. Let your weight sink down through your feet into the marble. Feel how solid it is, how reliable. The stone has stood for centuries and will stand for centuries more. You can trust it completely. You can release your vigilance. The marble holds you. The night protects you. The indigo sky deepens, becoming richer and more velvety. The stars grow softer, as if they too are preparing for sleep. The air becomes even more still, settling around you like a blanket of peace. You stand here, breathing slowly, feeling your body relax more deeply with each passing moment. Your shoulders drop another inch, your hands unclench, your forehead smooths. The tight band of tension around your head begins to loosen, to dissolve, to melt away. There is nowhere you need to be, nothing you need to do. This moment is yours, and yours alone. This terrace, this night, this perfect stillness, all of it has been prepared for you, and all you need to do is receive it. The cool marble beneath your feet, the indigo sky above your head, the still, perfect air all around you, and in the center of the terrace, that presence, that soft, welcoming thing, waiting patiently for you to approach when you are ready. Breathe in the cool indigo night. Breathe out, releasing everything that no longer serves you. With each breath, you become more present, more here, more fully arrived in this moment of perfect peace. You are safe. You are held. You are exactly where you need to be. And now, dear traveler, as you stand upon this terrace of white marble, breathing in the peace of the indigo night, you become aware of what you are wearing. You are clothed in silk, not the thin, slippery silk of modern garments, but the heavy, sumptuous silk of ancient times, the kind that was once worth its weight in gold. The color of your robe is the deepest midnight blue, the same rich, velvety blue as the sky above you, as if a piece of the night itself has been captured and transformed into fabric. In certain lights, the silk seems almost black, but when you move, when the fabric shifts, you can see the blue revealed. This robe drapes loosely over your shoulders, and oh, what a sensation that is. The silk is cool against your skin, smooth and soft, like water in fabric form. It does not cling or bind or restrict in any way. Instead, it flows over your body like a gentle waterfall, cascading from your shoulders to pool around your feet. Feel the weight of it. The silk is heavy enough to be substantial, to make you aware of its presence, but not so heavy that it burdens you. It is the perfect weight, grounding you, anchoring you gently in your physical body. And yet, the silk is so soft, so smooth, that it seems to barely touch your skin at all. The robe has wide, flowing sleeves that hang from your arms like wings. When you lift your arms, the silk catches the air, billowing slightly. But when your arms are at rest, the sleeves drape down in elegant folds, the fabric so fluid that it seems to be in constant, subtle motion. Around your waist, there is a sash, a soft band of silk in a slightly lighter shade of blue. This sash is tied loosely, very loosely, creating no pressure around your middle. It simply rests there, holding the robe gently closed. The sash is long, and its ends hang down, trailing almost to the floor, swaying gently with your breathing. If you were to reach down and touch these trailing ends, you would find them finished with delicate fringe, tiny threads of silk that brush against your legs. The neckline of the robe is open and loose, falling away from your throat, leaving your neck free and unrestricted. There is nothing tight here, nothing that presses or binds. The silk simply drapes across your collarbones. And the length of the robe, it falls all the way to the floor, covering your feet in soft folds of midnight blue silk. When you walk, the fabric whispers across the marble, making a sound like a gentle sigh. Feel how the silk moves with you. When you breathe in, the fabric expands slightly, accommodating the expansion of your ribcage without any resistance. When you breathe out, it settles back. The robe is not separate from you. It is an extension of you. The silk is lined with something even softer, perhaps the finest cotton, or perhaps another layer of silk in a lighter weight. This lining ensures that the robe never feels rough against your skin. Every surface that touches your body is smooth, soft, welcoming. Notice how the temperature of the silk adjusts to your body. Where it touches your skin, it warms slightly, becoming perfectly neutral, perfectly comfortable. And where it hangs free, it remains cool, creating a gentle circulation of air. At your wrists, the sleeves are finished with wide bands of embroidery. Intricate patterns worked in thread only slightly darker than the midnight blue. The embroidery is subtle, but you can feel it. A slight texture, a gentle weight that grounds you. The same embroidery appears at the hem of the robe and at the neckline. The patterns are traditional. Geometric stars, flowing vines, stylized flowers, and words in flowing Arabic script that speak of peace, of rest, of surrender. Feel how elegant you are in this robe, how regal, how completely at ease. The silk removes all restriction from your body. You can move freely, breathe deeply without any impediment. And yet, at the same time, the robe makes you feel dressed, adorned, special. The midnight blue silk catches the starlight, creating subtle highlights as the fabric drapes over your body. You shimmer slightly, as if you are made of night sky, as if you are a creature of stars and dreams. And as you stand here, breathing slowly, feeling the silk move with your breath, you notice that your body is relaxing even more deeply. The weight of the robe helps to ground you. And yet, paradoxically, the softness makes you feel lighter, as if you could float away. Your shoulders, draped in midnight blue silk, drop even lower. The silk seems to absorb the tension, drawing it out of your body. Your arms hang loosely at your sides. Your hands are relaxed, fingers slightly curled. There is no need to grasp or hold. The sash around your waist creates just the gentlest awareness of your center. It does not restrict your breathing or your movement. It simply marks the middle of your body. The long skirt of the robe, flowing down to cover your feet, makes you feel protected, covered, safe. There is something deeply comforting about being enveloped in fabric, about having your body gently wrapped and held. The silk whispers against your skin with every breath you take. This whisper becomes a kind of meditation, a focal point. You can let your mind rest on that sound, that sensation, allowing all other thoughts to fade away. You are dressed for a journey, dear traveler. This robe is not the clothing of the waking world. This is the clothing of dreams, where everything is soft and everything is possible. In this robe, you can rest. You can let go. You can surrender to the peace of the night. Feel the silk one more time. Notice how it drapes over your shoulders, how it flows down your body, how it pools around your feet. Notice the cool smoothness against your skin, the gentle weight, the perfect temperature. You are wrapped in luxury, enveloped in peace, dressed in the very fabric of night. And now you are ready to move toward the center of the terrace, toward what awaits you there. Clothed in your midnight blue silk, breathing in the peace of the indigo night, you begin to move. Slowly, so slowly. There is no hurry. You take one step and then another, feeling the cool marble, feeling the silk whisper around your legs. As you walk toward the center, your eyes adjust more fully to the starlight, and you begin to see what awaits. In the very middle of this vast expanse of marble, there lies something extraordinary. It is a tapestry, but that word is too simple. This is a masterpiece of weaving that must have taken years, perhaps decades to create. It lies flat against the marble, and yet, as you approach, you realize it is not quite touching the stone. It hovers, just a few inches above the surface, suspended by ancient magic. The tapestry is rectangular, generous in its proportions, large enough to lie down upon with room to spare. Not so large that it feels impersonal, but not so small that it feels confining. It is exactly the right size for you. As you draw closer, the details reveal themselves in the starlight. The background color is deep, rich burgundy, the color of wine, of roses, of the last light of sunset. This burgundy seems to glow from within, as if the tapestry is a source of light. Woven into this burgundy background is a pattern of breathtaking complexity. Threads of gold and silver create designs that catch the starlight and shimmer. The pattern is traditional, ancient, based on designs thousands of years old. There are medallions, large circular designs that repeat along the length of the tapestry. Within each medallion, you can see geometric patterns of stunning precision, stars within stars, circles within circles. Your eyes want to follow the lines around, and as you do, you feel yourself beginning to drift. Between the medallions are borders, wide bands filled with flowing vines, with stylized flowers, with leaves and tendrils that curl and twist. The vines are worked in gold thread that catches the light, making them seem to move. And everywhere there are tiny details, small flowers in corners, delicate geometric fills. The more you look, the more you see. The tapestry reveals itself slowly, offering up its secrets one by one. The edges are finished with thick fringe, long strands of silk and burgundy and gold that hang down, swaying gently. The fringe marks the boundaries of your sanctuary, creating a clear distinction between the marble floor and this floating island of comfort. At each of the four corners are tassels, large elaborate tassels made of twisted silk and gold thread, heavy enough to hang straight down. These tassels are works of art themselves, with intricate wrapping and knotwork. The surface has depth, dimension, relief. Some areas are raised, others recessed. The tapestry is inches thick, created from layer upon layer of the finest wool and silk. It looks less like a rug and more like a plush floating cloud. You can see that the surface will yield when you step upon it. It will compress slightly, conforming to the shape of your foot, providing support while offering softness. It is like memory foam made of velvet, made of silk. The tapestry hovers there, waiting for you. It has been prepared for this moment, for your arrival. Everything about it, the colors, the patterns, the thickness, the size, everything has been designed with you in mind. You notice there are no pillows, no blankets. The tapestry needs none. It is so thick, so plush, that it will provide all the cushioning you need. And the night air is so perfectly temperature-controlled that you will need no covering. As you stand at the edge, you feel a pull, a gentle invitation. Come, it seems to say. Rest. Lie down. Allow yourself to be held. The gold and silver threads shimmer in the starlight. The burgundy background pulses gently, like a slow heartbeat. The fringe sways, though there is no wind. You take another step closer, until you are standing right at the edge, your toes almost touching the fringe. From here, you can see even more details, individual threads in the weave, each placed with precision. How the colors blend and shift. The tapestry is so beautiful that part of you hesitates, but another part knows deeply that this is exactly what the tapestry was made for. Not to be admired from a distance, but to be used, to be lain upon, to fulfill its purpose of providing comfort. The weavers who created this did not labor for years only to have their work go unused. They wove with the intention that you would one day lie upon this surface, would be cradled and supported and comforted by their creation, and so you prepare to step forward, to place your foot upon the surface, to discover what it feels like to stand upon this floating island of comfort. Your heart beats a little faster in anticipation. You are about to cross a threshold, to move from the marble floor of the waking world onto the magical surface of the dream realm. The tapestry waits, patient, welcoming, ready to receive you. The gold and silver threads shimmer, the burgundy glows, the fringe sways gently, and you are ready. And now, dear traveler, the moment has arrived. You stand at the very edge of the tapestry. Your breath is slow and deep, your body relaxed in the midnight blue silk. The indigo sky stretches above you, and the stars pulse their gentle rhythm. You lift your foot, slowly, and step forward, placing your foot upon the surface of the tapestry. Oh, the sensation! It is beyond anything you imagined. The surface yields beneath your weight, but not too much. It compresses just enough, perhaps an inch or two, conforming perfectly to the shape of your foot, cradling your arch, supporting your heel, cushioning your toes. It is like stepping onto a cloud. The fibers respond to your weight with intelligence. They shift and adjust, creating exactly the right amount of support in exactly the right places. Where you need firmness, they provide it. Where you need softness, they offer that instead. It is as if the tapestry knows your body. The texture against your skin is exquisite. The surface has a gentle nap, a soft fuzziness created by thousands of tiny fiber ends. This creates a sensation that is both smooth and textured at the same time, like velvet, like the finest cashmere. You stand for a moment, balanced on one foot on the marble, one foot on the tapestry, experiencing the contrast. The marble is cool, hard, unyielding, the world of waking. The tapestry is warm, soft, responsive, the world of dreams. You are poised between these two worlds, and then you lift your other foot and step fully onto the tapestry. Both feet now rest on its plush surface, and the sensation doubles. Your full weight is supported perfectly, without any sense of instability. You are as secure here as you were on the marble floor. More secure, because the tapestry seems to actively support you. The tapestry continues to hover just inches above the marble. You can feel this, a subtle sense of suspension, of floating. It is as if you are on a platform not quite connected to the earth. This is not unsettling. It is deeply comforting, this feeling of being lifted, of being removed from the weight of the everyday world. You take a few steps forward, moving toward the center. With each step, you feel that same yielding, that same perfect support. The surface compresses beneath your foot, then gently rebounds as you lift your foot to take the next step. The silk robe whispers around your legs, and now you can hear another sound, the softest whisper of your feet against the tapestry's surface. Not quite a footstep, more like a sigh. The tapestry seems to welcome each step, to embrace your weight. You reach the center of the tapestry and pause. You are now standing in the very middle of this floating island. The medallion design beneath your feet is particularly elaborate here, a central star surrounded by concentric circles of pattern. And now comes the moment of surrender. the moment when you lower yourself onto this plush surface and allow it to hold you completely. You bend your knees slowly, feeling the silk adjust. You lower yourself, coming first into a kneeling position. The tapestry compresses beneath your knees, and oh, what a relief! Your knees, which perhaps have been aching, are suddenly cradled in softness. The pressure is distributed evenly, so there are no painful points of contact, only soft, perfect support. You place your hands on the tapestry in front of you, and now you can feel its texture with your palms, with your fingers. It is even softer than you imagined. Your fingers sink slightly into the pile, and you can feel the individual fibers, the warmth the tapestry has absorbed. You shift your weight, moving from kneeling to sitting. You turn your body and lower yourself until you are sitting in the center, your legs stretched out in front of you. The tapestry compresses beneath you, conforming to your body, supporting your sitting bones, cushioning your thighs. Sitting here, you can look around and see the full expanse of the terrace, the white marble stretching away, the carved balustrade, the indigo sky with its soft stars. You are at the center of this vast space, seated on your floating island, and you feel regal, important, cared for. But sitting is not your final destination. You have come here to lie down, to rest, to surrender. And so, slowly, gracefully, you begin to recline. You lean back, supporting yourself on your elbows at first. You lower yourself further, resting now on your forearms. The tapestry rises up slightly on either side of your body, conforming to your shape, beginning to cradle you, and then you release your arms, allowing your upper body to descend fully. Your head comes to rest on the plush surface, and oh, the sensation! The tapestry compresses beneath your head, creating a pillow that is exactly the right height, exactly the right firmness. Your neck is supported in perfect alignment with your spine. There is no strain, no awkward angle. Your shoulders sink into the softness, and you feel the tension that has been living there begin to release. The tapestry supports the weight of your shoulders completely, removing all strain from the muscles of your neck and upper back. You don't have to hold yourself up anymore. The tapestry holds you. Your arms rest at your sides, and the silk sleeves spread out across the burgundy surface like wings. Your hands are open, palms up, fingers gently curled. The tapestry cushions your arms, your elbows, your wrists, your hands. Your back, your entire back, is now in contact with the tapestry, and the relief is extraordinary. The natural curve of your spine is honored and supported. The tapestry conforms to your body's natural shape, filling in the spaces, providing support where you need it. Your hips sink into the plush surface, and here too, the support is perfect. The tapestry distributes your weight evenly, so there are no pressure points. Your lower back is supported. Your sacrum is cushioned. Your legs stretch out before you, long and relaxed, and the tapestry supports them completely. Your thighs rest on the soft surface. Your knees are cushioned. Your calves are cradled. And your feet are supported, cushioned, held in the gentle embrace of the tapestry. You are lying down now, fully reclined, completely supported. Every part of your body is in contact with the plush surface, and every part is comfortable, relaxed, at ease. The silk robe drapes over you, adding another layer of softness. Above you, the indigo sky stretches infinite and peaceful. The stars pulse their gentle rhythm, and you realize that your heartbeat has synchronized with their tempo. Your breath has slowed, deepened, become smooth and even. The tapestry seems to breathe with you. As you inhale, it provides firm support. As you exhale, it yields slightly, allowing you to sink deeper. It is as if the tapestry is alive, as if it is breathing with you. Your head rests on the perfect pillow the tapestry has created. Your neck is aligned with your spine, with no strain. Your jaw is relaxed, your mouth slightly open. Your tongue rests softly. Your eyes are closed, or perhaps open, gazing at the stars. Either way, you are comfortable, at peace, held in the perfect embrace of this magical floating tapestry. Your entire body is heavy now, so heavy. The tapestry holds all of your weight, and you don't have to hold anything. You don't have to maintain any tension, any effort. You can simply lie here, breathing, being, allowing yourself to be completely supported. The fringe at the edges sways gently, creating a soft boundary around your resting place. The tassels at the four corners hang straight down, anchoring this floating island. You are safe here, protected, held, and as you lie here, breathing slowly, feeling the tapestry support every part of your body, you become aware that something is about to happen. The tapestry is not merely a resting place. It is a vessel, a vehicle, a magic carpet that will carry you on a journey. You are held. You are safe. You are exactly where you need to be. And soon, very soon, your journey will begin. You lie on the tapestry, breathing slowly, your body completely relaxed. The plush surface supports you perfectly, and the indigo sky stretches above you. And then, something changes, so subtle at first that you almost don't notice it. The tapestry, which has been hovering just inches above the marble floor, begins to rise. There is no jerk, no sudden movement. The lift is so smooth, so gradual, so perfectly controlled that it feels less like movement and more like a gentle expansion. It is like lying on a hydraulic platform that rises so slowly you can barely perceive the motion. The tapestry rises an inch, then another, then another. The movement is steady, constant, unhurried. There is no acceleration, no sense of speed, just this smooth, continuous ascent, as gentle as the rising of the sun. As the tapestry rises, you become aware of the space opening up beneath you. The marble floor, which was just inches below, is now a foot away, then 2 feet, then 3. The distance increases steadily, and with it comes a sensation that is both strange and wonderful. The sensation of being suspended, of floating. Your body remains perfectly still, perfectly relaxed on the surface. You are not gripping or holding on. Your hands rest open at your sides. Your legs are stretched out, loose and heavy. Your head rests comfortably. You are not doing anything to maintain your position. The tapestry does all of that for you. The tapestry continues its ascent, 4 feet above the marble now, 5 feet, 6. You are rising past the height of a person standing, rising into the air above the terrace, and still the movement is smooth, gentle, perfectly controlled. There is no swaying, no tilting, no sense of instability. The tapestry remains perfectly level, perfectly horizontal. As you rise higher, your perspective begins to change. The terrace, which seemed so vast, begins to reveal its true shape and size. You can see the full rectangle of white marble, the carved balustrade, the geometric precision of its design. The air around you shifts subtly as you rise. It becomes cooler, fresher, more rarefied. You are ascending into the upper reaches of the atmosphere. With each foot of elevation, you leave behind a little more of the weight of daily life. 7 feet above the marble, 8 feet, 9. You are now well above the height of the balustrade, rising past the carved railing that marks the edge of the terrace. And as you pass this boundary, something shifts in your awareness. You are no longer on the terrace. You are above it. You have left the solid, grounded world behind and entered the realm of air. The tapestry continues to rise, and now you can see over the edge of the terrace, down into the city below. But the city is far away, distant, its details obscured by the darkness and the height. It looks like a collection of shadows, of geometric shapes. It is the world you came from, but it is below you now, beneath you, growing more distant. 10 feet above the terrace, 12 feet, 15. The ascent continues, smooth and steady, and you continue to rise with it, your body completely relaxed, completely trusting. You are floating now, truly floating, suspended in the air, held aloft by forces you don't need to understand. The sensation of weightlessness begins to settle over you. It is not that you have no weight. You can still feel your body, can still feel the tapestry supporting you, but the quality of that weight has changed. You feel buoyant, as if you are floating in water, as if you are being held up by something other than normal forces. Your arms feel light, almost as if they could float up. Your legs feel long and loose. Your head feels as if it is barely resting on the tapestry at all, and your torso feels hollow and light, as if you are made of air yourself. 20 feet above the terrace now, 25, 30. The marble platform is receding below you, becoming smaller, and you are rising above it all, ascending into the open air, into the freedom of the night sky. The stars seem closer now, brighter, more present. They no longer feel like distant points of light, but like companions, like witnesses to your journey. The indigo sky wraps around you, and you feel as if you are being embraced by the night itself. The tapestry rises past the roofline of the building. You are now above the building entirely, floating in open air, with nothing above you but sky, and nothing below you but the dark mass of the city. And still the ascent continues, carrying you higher. 35 feet, 40 feet, 50. The air is definitely cooler now, but not uncomfortably so. The silk robe adjusts its insulating properties, keeping you perfectly warm. The tapestry beneath you radiates a gentle warmth. You are in a bubble of perfect temperature. Your breathing continues, slow and deep and steady, in and out, in and out. Each breath seems to make you lighter, as if you are breathing yourself into the sky. The sensation of movement has become so smooth, so constant, that it almost feels like stillness. You are not aware of rising anymore. You are simply aware of being suspended, of floating, of existing in a state of perfect equilibrium between earth and sky. 60 feet above the terrace, 70, 80. You are now high enough that the entire city is visible below you, spread out like a map. The streets are dark ribbons. The buildings are geometric shapes. Here and there, a lamp flickers, a tiny point of warm light. And you float above it all, rising still, ascending into the realm of air and stars. The tapestry carries you with perfect security, perfect stability. You are as safe here, floating high above the city, as you were lying on the marble terrace. The lift continues, but you have stopped tracking the height. It doesn't matter how high you are. What matters is the sensation, the feeling of weightlessness, of freedom, of being held and supported while simultaneously being released from all earthly bonds. Your body has never been so relaxed. Every muscle is loose. Every joint is soft. You are not holding yourself together anymore. The tapestry does that for you. You are not maintaining your position. The tapestry does that for you. You are not even breathing consciously anymore. Your breath has become automatic, natural, effortless. The city below continues to recede, to diminish. The problems and worries that seemed so large when you were down there, they are tiny now, invisible, irrelevant. From this height, you can see that they were never as important as they seemed. And as the tapestry carries you higher, you feel those concerns releasing their grip. One by one, they fall away, dropping back down to the city below, leaving you lighter, freer, more at peace. The tapestry has reached its cruising altitude. It is simply the right height, the perfect height. You are far enough from the earth to feel free, but not so far that you feel disconnected. And now, the tapestry's motion changes. The upward movement stops, and for a moment, you simply hover, suspended, perfectly balanced. And then, so gently, the tapestry begins to move forward, not rising anymore, but gliding, drifting, floating through the air like a leaf on a gentle current. Your journey has truly begun. You are airborne now, floating, flying, carried by your magic carpet through the peaceful night. And as you drift forward, as you begin to glide over the sleeping city, you feel a sense of profound rightness, of deep peace, of perfect trust. The tapestry glides forward, smooth and steady, and you glide with it, your body completely relaxed, your mind quiet and still, your spirit at peace. The night embraces you, the stars watch over you, and you float, suspended in perfect peace, drifting deeper into rest. And now, as you drift effortlessly through the night air, the world below transforms. The city, once loud and chaotic, has become a painting of peace. You look over the edge of your floating sanctuary and see the rooftops spread out below you like an endless puzzle of stone and clay, all softened by the shadows of night. There are no people visible on the streets below. No voices rise up to reach you. The city has surrendered to sleep, has released its grip on activity. Every person who lives in those shadowed buildings below is lying down now, just as you are. Every person is breathing slowly, just as you are. Every person has let go of the day. The streets wind through the city like dark ribbons, like rivers of shadow flowing between the blocks of buildings. From your elevated position, you can see the patterns they make. Some run straight, dividing the city into neat sections. Others curve and wind, following the contours of the land. They are all empty now, all silent, all at rest. The buildings themselves are rendered in simple shapes from this height. Cubes and rectangles mostly, with flat roofs. Here and there, a dome rises up. Here and there, a minaret reaches toward the sky. But mostly, the city is a collection of boxes, of geometric forms. The rooftops are where the life of the city happens during the hot days. But now, in the deep night, the rooftops are empty, silent, abandoned to the stars. As your tapestry glides forward, drifting slowly over the sleeping city, you pass above a courtyard. You can see down into it, can see the square of open space surrounded by walls. In the center, there is a fountain. You can just make out its shape. Around the fountain there are plants. This courtyard is a secret garden, a hidden oasis, a private paradise. And then the courtyard is behind you, and you are drifting over more rooftops, more sleeping buildings. The tapestry carries you forward with no effort on your part. It knows where it is going. All you need to do is lie here, breathing slowly, watching the city pass beneath you. Here and there you see a lamp still burning, a tiny point of warm golden light in a window. Someone is still awake down there. But these lights are few. Most of the city is dark. Most of the people are sleeping. Most of the lamps have been extinguished. The problems of the world are down there. All the concerns and worries and stresses are contained in those buildings, trapped in those rooms. But from up here, from this elevated perspective, they look so small, so insignificant. The building that houses someone's terrible problem is just a tiny rectangle among thousands. From up here, you can see that no single problem is large enough to matter in the vast scheme of things. And you are above it all now, literally above it. The problems cannot reach you here. The worries cannot climb this high. You are safe in your elevated position, protected by distance, removed from all the things that seemed so pressing when you were down there among them. Your tapestry drifts over a wider street, one of the main thoroughfares. Even this major street is empty, silent. During the day it would be filled with people, with carts, with the noise of commerce. But now it is just a ribbon of pale stone winding through the darkness. You pass over a marketplace, a large open square surrounded by buildings with arched openings. The square is empty now, swept clean, waiting. But tomorrow is far away. There is only now, only this moment, only this peaceful gliding through the night. The tapestry carries you over a residential district, an area of smaller buildings, more densely packed. This is where ordinary people live, where families sleep, where children dream. The rooftops here are more varied, more irregular, less geometric. And then you drift over a different kind of space, a cemetery, a field of stone markers arranged in neat rows. This is where the city keeps its dead. But there is nothing frightening about this place. From your elevated perspective, it looks peaceful, restful, a place of ultimate surrender. The dead are sleeping too, the deepest sleep of all. The cemetery passes beneath you and is gone, and now you are over another residential area. More rooftops, more sleeping buildings. The city seems endless from up here, spreading out in all directions. Your own story is paused, too. Whatever was happening in your life before you came to this terrace has been suspended. The narrative has been paused. You are in an interlude, a space between chapters, a moment outside of time where nothing is required of you except to rest, to float, to be. The tapestry glides on, and you glide with it, your body completely relaxed, your breathing slow and steady, your mind quiet and still. The city continues to pass beneath you, an endless landscape of sleeping buildings, of dark streets, of shadowed rooftops. The flickering lamps below are like fireflies, tiny points of light in the vast darkness, beautiful in their smallness. They don't try to illuminate the whole city. They simply exist, small beacons of light. And then, as you watch, one of them goes out. Someone has extinguished their lamp, has decided to surrender to sleep. You are so far above it all now, so removed from the concerns of the earthbound world. The noise cannot reach you here. The chaos cannot touch you. The demands of daily life cannot climb to this height. You are free here, floating above it all, held in the gentle embrace of the night. The streets below are just ribbons of shadow now, barely visible. The buildings are just shapes, just masses. The whole city has become abstract, simplified, reduced to its essential elements of light and dark. Your tapestry drifts on, and the city continues to pass beneath you, endless and peaceful, silent and still. And you float above it all, breathing slowly, resting deeply, letting go completely. The city sleeps below you. The stars pulse above you, and you float between them, suspended in perfect peace, drifting through the gentle night toward deeper rest. And now, as your tapestry glides forward, the landscape below begins to change. The dense residential districts give way to something different, something grander. You are drifting over the Palace District now, the heart of the old city. The first thing you notice is the domes, great hemispheres rising up from the rooftops, breaking the flat plain with their curved forms. These are massive structures, architectural statements that dominate the landscape. The largest dome rises directly ahead, and as your tapestry drifts closer, you can see that it is plated in gold, actual sheets of precious metal, carefully applied to the curved surface. Even in the deep night, the golden dome shines. It pulses with a gentle light, as if the metal has absorbed sunlight and is now releasing it slowly. Your tapestry drifts closer, and you can see the details. The gold is not perfectly smooth. It has been worked with patterns hammered into its surface, geometric shapes, stars and hexagons and interlocking patterns that create a texture. The patterns catch the light differently, creating subtle variations, a play of light and shadow that makes the dome seem alive. At the very top is a finial, a decorative element that rises up like a spear pointing toward the stars. This finial is also gold, covered with intricate metalwork. From it, a crescent moon shape extends, the symbol of faith. As your tapestry glides past this golden dome, you see another rising beside it. This one is covered in tiles, thousands of small ceramic tiles, carefully glazed, and the color of these tiles is sapphire blue, the deep blue of the finest gemstones. The sapphire dome glows in the starlight, but its glow is cooler than the golden dome, more serene. Where the gold radiates warmth, the sapphire emanates calm. The blue tiles are arranged in patterns that flow across the surface like water, creating stripes that spiral around the dome. Interspersed among the blue tiles are tiles of other colors, white and turquoise and deep purple. Some of these accent tiles are arranged to form words, Arabic calligraphy, verses from sacred texts, prayers, and blessings made permanent in ceramic. Your tapestry drifts between these two great domes, passing through the space between gold and sapphire, and as you float between them, you feel balanced, centered. The golden dome on your right radiates its warm glow, and you can feel that warmth. The sapphire dome on your left emanates its cool serenity, and you can feel that coolness. You are perfectly balanced between these two forces, and then you drift past them, and ahead you see more domes. So many domes, a landscape of curved forms rising from the rooftops, some large, some small, some tall and pointed, others low and broad, some smooth, others ribbed, but all beautiful, all carefully crafted. There is a dome covered in green tiles, the color of emeralds. Next to it is a dome of pure white, covered in tiles so pale they seem made of moonlight. The white dome reflects the stars, creating tiny points of light across its surface. Beyond these, you see a dome that combines multiple colors in an intricate mosaic. Bands of blue and gold spiral around it, interspersed with panels of green and white and purple. The pattern is so complex that your eyes want to follow it, to trace the lines. But the pattern is also hypnotic, and as you try to follow it, you feel your mind beginning to quiet. Your tapestry glides over a courtyard surrounded by buildings with multiple domes of varying sizes. The domes cluster together like a family. The largest sits in the center, watching over the smaller domes that surround it. Its surface is covered in gold leaf that has aged over centuries. The smaller domes are tiled in various shades of blue. In the courtyard below, you can see the geometric patterns of a formal garden. Paths of pale stone create straight lines and perfect angles. In each section, there are plants. At the intersections of the paths, there are fountains. The tapestry carries you over this courtyard, and as you pass above it, you feel a sense of order, of harmony, of everything being in its right place. This is a place of profound beauty, of deep peace, of carefully cultivated serenity. More domes appear, A dome covered entirely in gold mosaic, tiny tiles of gold glass that shimmer like liquid metal, a dome of deep purple tiles, a dome that alternates bands of silver and white, creating a cool, lunar beauty. Some domes have windows, tall, arched windows set into their sides. These windows are dark now, but you can see the elegant shapes they create. Some windows have screens of carved stone, creating patterns of light and shadow. Your tapestry glides past a dome that is particularly magnificent. It is larger than most others, covered in a mosaic that combines all the colors you have seen: gold and sapphire, emerald and white, purple and turquoise and silver. The colors are arranged in bands that spiral around the dome, but within each band are smaller patterns. There are flowers and vines, geometric stars, calligraphic words, abstract patterns. It is as if the artisans wanted to include every beautiful thing they knew. As you float past this magnificent dome, you feel a sense of awe, of wonder. These domes were built centuries ago by artisans whose names have been forgotten, but their work remains, their beauty endures, their gift continues to inspire. The domes look like jewels scattered on black velvet. The golden ones are like topazes. The sapphire ones are like sapphires. The green ones are emeralds. The white ones are diamonds. The purple ones are amethysts. The palace district is a treasure box. But these jewels are not cold or hard. These domes are warm, alive. They were made by human hands, shaped by human vision. They are not just beautiful objects. They are expressions of the human spirit. Your tapestry continues to glide forward, and the domes continue to pass beneath you. You feel as if you are floating through a dream, through a vision of paradise, through a realm where beauty is the only law and peace is the only reality. The golden domes glow. The sapphire domes emanate serenity. The emerald and white and purple domes add their own notes, and you float above them all, breathing slowly, your body completely relaxed, your mind quiet and still, absorbing the beauty. The stars above pulse their gentle rhythm, the domes below glow with their soft light, and you are suspended between them, floating in perfect peace, drifting through this landscape of beauty on your journey deeper into rest. The palace district begins to fall behind you now, the domes receding, their glow diminishing, but the memory of their beauty remains imprinted on your mind. You have seen something extraordinary, something rare, something precious, and that seeing has changed you, has opened something in you, has made you more peaceful, more ready to surrender to the deep rest that awaits you. The tapestry glides on, carrying you forward, taking you to the next stage of your journey through the peaceful night. As the great domes fall behind you, your tapestry begins to descend, not rapidly, but with the same smooth, gentle motion that characterized your ascent. The tapestry lowers itself through the night air, bringing you closer to the sleeping city below. But you are not descending toward the ordinary streets. Your tapestry is carrying you toward something special. You are descending toward the Sultan's private gardens, the secret green spaces hidden behind high walls. As you descend, the first thing you notice is the change in the air. Where before it was cool and dry, now it becomes richer, warmer, more complex. Moisture enters the air, not humidity that makes you uncomfortable, but a gentle dampness that feels refreshing, and with that moisture comes scent. At first, it is subtle, just a hint of something green, something alive, but as your tapestry continues to descend, as you come closer to the gardens below, the scent intensifies, deepens. The first scent that becomes distinct is jasmine, night-blooming jasmine, a variety that keeps its flowers closed during the day and opens them only after sunset. These flowers are opening now, releasing their perfume into the darkness. The scent of jasmine is sweet, but not cloying. It is rich, but not overwhelming. It has layers of fragrance, an initial sweetness, then a hint of something green, then a deeper note that speaks of the night, of secrets, of things that bloom only in darkness. The jasmine fills your nostrils as you breathe in, and with each inhalation, you feel yourself relaxing more deeply, letting go more completely. Your tapestry dips lower, skimming just above the tops of the garden walls, and new scents join the jasmine. You smell roses, not the bright scent of roses in full sun, but the deeper, more subtle fragrance of roses at night. These are old roses, varieties cultivated for centuries, their genetics refined to produce the most perfect scent possible. The rose fragrance mingles with the jasmine, and the two scents dance together, complementing each other, creating a perfume that is greater than the sum of its parts. You breathe deeply, and you feel it spreading through your body, bringing with it a sense of beauty, of luxury, of being cared for. The tapestry glides over a section where citrus trees grow, and now you smell orange blossoms. The scent is lighter than jasmine or rose, more delicate, more ethereal. It has a freshness, a clarity, a brightness. Orange blossom is the scent of happiness, and even here in the deep night it brings a sense of warmth and contentment. Below you, you can see the gardens now, though details are obscured by darkness and foliage. You can see the dark shapes of trees, tall palms, shorter fruit trees, cypresses standing like dark sentinels. You can see the geometric patterns of the garden beds, the straight lines of paths, and you can see water. Even in the darkness, water catches light and reflects it. You see the gleam of fountains, the glint of narrow channels, the shimmer of pools. The gardens are full of water, brought here at great effort, distributed throughout to nourish the plants, to cool the air, to create abundance. Your tapestry descends further, and now you are floating just above the treetops, close enough that you could reach down and touch the highest leaves if you wanted to. But you don't want to. You want only to lie here, breathing slowly, absorbing the scents. A new scent emerges, night-blooming cereus. This is a rare flower, a cactus that blooms only once a year, only for a single night. The scent is extraordinary, intense and sweet and almost overwhelming. It is the scent of something precious, something rare, something that must be appreciated in the moment. The cereus mingles with the jasmine and rose and orange blossom, and the combination is almost too much. But it is not too much. It is exactly right. Exactly perfect. The perfume fills your senses, occupies your awareness, leaves no room for thoughts or worries. Your tapestry glides over a section where herbs grow, and now the scent profile changes. You smell mint, cool and refreshing, cutting through the heavy florals. You smell lavender, calming and soothing, known for centuries as an aid to sleep. You smell rosemary, earthy and grounding. These herbal scents are different from the floral perfumes. They are more practical, more medicinal, but they are no less beautiful. They add depth to the overall fragrance. They provide base notes to complement the high notes of the flowers. And underneath all of these distinct scents is a base note that ties everything together. It is the smell of earth, of rich soil cultivated over centuries. It is the smell of water, of moisture. It is the smell of green things, of chlorophyll and growth. This base note is not distinct or identifiable like jasmine or rose. It is more subtle, more pervasive. It is the smell of life itself, of growth and abundance. And it is deeply comforting, deeply reassuring. It reminds you that you are part of this cycle, part of this natural world, connected to the earth and the plants in ways that go deeper than thought. Your tapestry continues to glide slowly through the garden, and with each passing moment, with each breath, the scents work their way deeper into your consciousness. The jasmine relaxes your muscles. The rose opens your heart. The orange blossom lifts your spirit. The cereus reminds you of beauty. The mint clears your mind. The lavender prepares you for sleep. The rosemary grounds you. And the earth smell connects you to something larger than yourself. You breathe in, slowly, deeply, drawing the garden perfume into your lungs. And as you breathe in peace. You breathe in beauty. You breathe in the essence of life itself. And you breathe out, slowly, completely, releasing all tension, all worry. As the air leaves your lungs, it carries with it everything you no longer need. You breathe out and you let go. In, the garden perfume, rich and beautiful. Out, all tension, all worry. In, peace and beauty and life. Out, everything you no longer need. The rhythm of your breathing synchronizes with the rhythm of the garden itself. You are breathing with the garden. You are part of the garden. The tapestry glides over a pool, and you can smell the water now. Cool and clean and fresh, with just a hint of minerals. The water smell adds another layer to the complex perfume. And then you glide over a section where night-blooming flowers grow in profusion, and the scent intensifies again. But you can handle it. Your senses are open, receptive, able to take in all of this beauty without being overwhelmed. You simply breathe and smell and allow the perfume to wash over you. The scent of the night gardens is a gift, a precious gift that has been prepared for you, cultivated over centuries, offered to you freely. All you need to do is receive it, breathe it in, allow it to work its magic. And as your tapestry carries you through these fragrant gardens, as you breathe in the perfume of jasmine and rose and orange blossom and cereus and mint and lavender and rosemary and earth and water and green growing things, you feel yourself sinking deeper into peace, deeper into relaxation, deeper into the state of profound rest. The scents surround you, embrace you, hold you, and you surrender to them, allow them to carry you. Trust them to guide you deeper into the peaceful realm of sleep and dreams. As your tapestry glides forward through the fragrant gardens, as the perfume of flowers fills your senses, a new element enters your awareness. It begins as the faintest whisper, but as you drift forward, as your carpet carries you deeper into the garden, the sound grows clearer. It is the sound of water. Water moving, water falling, water splashing against stone. It is the sound of fountains. At first, you hear just one fountain, a gentle splash, hush, splash, hush, as water falls from a spout into a basin. The sound is soft, muted by distance and foliage, but it is there, a quiet presence, a gentle pulse. Your tapestry drifts closer, and it grows louder, clearer. You can hear the individual drops now, can distinguish water hitting water from water hitting stone. The fountain has a voice, and it is speaking to you, singing to you. Splash, hush, splash, hush. The rhythm is hypnotic, mesmerizing. It is not complex, it is simple, constant, unchanging. The same sound over and over, repeated endlessly. As you listen, as you allow it to enter your awareness, you notice something remarkable. Your heartbeat is beginning to synchronize with the fountain. Splash. Your heart beats. Hush. It rests. Splash. It beats again. Hush. It rests again. The rhythm of the fountain and the rhythm of your heart are becoming one. Your tapestry drifts past this first fountain, and ahead you hear another, and another, and another. The garden is full of fountains, dozens of them, perhaps hundreds, each creating its own rhythm, its own voice, its own contribution to the soundscape. Some fountains are small, with water falling just a few inches, creating a soft sound like rain on leaves. Others are larger, with water falling several feet, creating a louder sound like a small waterfall. Some have multiple spouts, creating complex rhythms as different streams fall at slightly different times. As your tapestry glides through the garden, you pass close to a particularly beautiful fountain. Even in the darkness, you can see its form. A large circular basin of white marble with a central column rising from the middle. At the top, water emerges from multiple spouts, falling in graceful arcs back into the basin. The sound of this fountain is more complex than the first. There are multiple rhythms happening simultaneously, multiple streams creating multiple voices, but somehow these voices harmonize, they work together. Splash, splash, hush, splash, hush, hush, splash. The rhythm is irregular, unpredictable, and yet it is not chaotic. There is a pattern, a logic, even if that logic is too complex for your conscious mind to grasp. Your unconscious mind understands it, though. Your body responds to it. Your breathing adjusts itself to match the fountain's rhythm. You breathe in during a series of splashes. You breathe out during the hushes. It doesn't matter which. What matters is that you are breathing with the fountain, that your breath and the water's fall are connected. The tapestry carries you past this fountain, and you hear others, so many others. The garden is alive with the sound of water, with the music of fountains, with the endless splashing and hushing. It is not silence. There is too much sound for silence, but it is not noise either. It is something else, something between silence and noise. It is pink noise, not white noise, which sounds harsh and hissing. Pink noise is softer, gentler, more natural. It emphasizes the lower frequencies, creating a sound that is deeper, warmer, more soothing. The sound of falling water is natural pink noise, and it has a remarkable effect on the human brain. It masks other sounds, creating a sense of privacy and peace. It provides a constant stimulus that allows the mind to stop scanning for threats, to stop monitoring, to relax its vigilance and simply rest. As you float through the garden, surrounded by the sound of fountains, you feel your mind beginning to quiet, to still, to let go of its constant activity. The splashing and hushing occupies the part of your brain that usually generates thoughts. With that part occupied, there is no room left for thinking. There is only listening, only being, only existing in this moment. Splash, hush, splash, hush. The rhythm continues, endless and unchanging, and you continue to breathe with it, to synchronize with it. Your heartbeat matches the rhythm. Your breathing matches the rhythm. Even your brain waves are beginning to match, slowing down, becoming more regular, shifting from the fast patterns of waking consciousness to the slower, more rhythmic patterns of deep relaxation. You pass over a long, narrow channel of water that runs through the garden. The water is moving, flowing, and it creates its own sound, a gentle gurgling, a soft murmuring. This sound is different from the fountains, less rhythmic, more continuous, more like a sustained note. But it harmonizes with the fountains, it complements them, it adds another layer. The tapestry carries you over a section where many fountains are clustered together, and here the sound intensifies. There are dozens of fountains here, each creating its own rhythm, and together they create a symphony of water and stone. The sound surrounds you completely now. It comes from all directions. You are immersed in sound, bathed in it, held by it. The splashing and hushing creates a cocoon that insulates you from the world, that protects you from disturbance, that creates a safe space in which you can rest completely. Splash, hush, splash, hush. Your heart beats with the rhythm. Your lungs expand and contract with the rhythm. Your brain waves slow and synchronize with the rhythm. You are not separate from the fountains anymore. You are part of them. You are water falling, water splashing, water hushing. You are the rhythm itself, embodied, made flesh. The tapestry glides over a large pool. The pool is fed by multiple fountains around its perimeter, and the water falls into the pool, creating a complex pattern of ripples and waves. The splashing here is softer, more diffuse. It is like the sound of gentle rain on a lake, like waves lapping at a shore. You float over this pool, and the sound creates a sense of abundance, of plenty. The water keeps falling, keeps splashing, keeps filling the pool, and the pool never overflows. It is a perfect balance, water coming in and water going out at exactly the same rate. And you are like this pool. You are being filled by the peace of this place, by the beauty of the gardens, by the scent of the flowers, by the sound of the fountains. Peace is flowing into you, filling you, and as it fills you, it displaces the stress and worry that have been occupying that space. The peace flows in, the stress flows out, and you reach a state of equilibrium. The tapestry carries you past the pool, and the sound of its fountains fades behind you, replaced by new fountains ahead, new rhythms, new voices. But they are all the same, really. They are all water falling, water splashing, water hushing. They are all creating the same effect, the same sense of peace, the same hypnotic rhythm that draws you deeper into relaxation. Splash, hush, splash, hush. The rhythm continues, endless and unchanging, and you continue with it, breathing, beating, being. There is nothing else now. No thoughts, no worries, no sense of time or place. There is only the rhythm, only the sound, only the endless splashing and hushing of water against stone. Your body is completely relaxed now, every muscle loose, every joint soft. The tapestry supports you completely, and the sound of the fountains holds you in its rhythmic embrace. You are safe here, cradled by sound, surrounded by peace. The sound begins to fade now as your tapestry drifts toward the edge of the garden, moving away from the dense cluster of fountains. But the rhythm remains in your body, in your heartbeat, in your breathing, in your brain waves. You have internalized the rhythm, made it part of yourself, and it will stay with you, guiding you deeper into rest. Splash, hush, splash, hush. The rhythm pulses within you, a gentle heartbeat, a peaceful breath, a constant reminder that you are held, you are safe, you are exactly where you need to be. And as the garden falls behind you, as your tapestry carries you forward into the night, the sound of the fountains fades to a whisper, to a memory, to a gentle pulse that continues to beat in your heart, guiding you, soothing you, carrying you deeper and deeper into the peaceful realm of rest and dreams. The gardens fall behind you now, the scent fading, the sound diminishing to a distant whisper, then to silence. Your tapestry rises slightly, lifting you up and over the high walls that surround the Sultan's paradise, carrying you toward something different. Ahead of you, cutting through the darkness like a ribbon of liquid silver, you see the river, the great river that has flowed through this land since before the city existed. since before recorded time began. From your elevated position, you can see the river's full course through the urban landscape. It enters the city from the east, flowing from distant mountains. It winds through the city in great, lazy curves, following the path of least resistance, and it exits to the west, flowing toward the sea. But you are focused on the here and now, on this section of the river that flows through the heart of the city, that reflects the stars and the thin crescent moon, that moves with patient, inexorable power. Your tapestry adjusts its course, turning to follow the river's path, and as it does, you feel a shift in the quality of your journey. Where before you were drifting over static things, now you are following something that moves, something that flows, something that is itself a journey. The river below you is wide here, perhaps 200 feet from bank to bank. Its surface is dark, almost black, reflecting the night sky like a mirror. But it is not a perfect mirror. The water is moving, and that movement creates subtle distortions, gentle ripples that make the reflected stars shimmer and dance. Your tapestry descends slightly, bringing you closer to the water's surface. Not so close that you could touch it, but close enough that you can see the details of its movement, can observe the patterns of current and eddy. The surface of the river is not uniform. In some places, it is smooth and glassy, reflecting the stars with perfect clarity. In other places, it is ruffled by wind or current, creating a texture that catches the light differently. And in still other places you can see small whirlpools, gentle vortices where the current creates circular motion. As your tapestry follows the river's course, you notice how the water moves at different speeds in different places. Near the banks, where the depth is shallow and friction slows the flow, the water moves slowly. But in the center of the channel, where the water is deepest, the current is faster. And yet, despite these variations, the overall impression is one of smooth, continuous flow. The banks of the river are lined with trees, tall palms and willows and other species that thrive in the presence of water. Their dark shapes create a frame for the river, a border that defines its edges. Here and there along the banks you see structures, stone steps leading down to the water's edge, small docks where boats can be tied, walls and embankments. These human interventions are minimal, though, barely visible. The river is too powerful, too ancient to be significantly altered by human efforts. Your tapestry glides smoothly above the water, following the river's curves, matching its pace. The movement is perfectly smooth, like a leaf drifting on the surface, like a bird gliding on the wind. There is no turbulence, no bumping or jostling. You are simply flowing, just as the river is flowing. As you follow the river, you notice how it reflects the moon. The thin crescent hangs low in the western sky, and its image appears on the water's surface, stretched and distorted by the current, broken into fragments by ripples, but always there, always present. The moon on the water is not as bright as the moon in the sky, but it has its own beauty, its own magic. The reflected moon creates a path of light across the water, a silver road that seems to lead somewhere. Your tapestry follows this path, gliding along the river of light, and you feel as if you are traveling not just through physical space, but through some other dimension. The sound of the river is subtle, almost inaudible. It is not the dramatic roar of rapids. It is the gentle whisper of water moving over stone, the soft gurgle of current around obstacles, the quiet sigh of a great volume of liquid in motion. This sound is soothing, calming. It is like the sound of breathing, of the earth itself inhaling and exhaling. As you listen to this sound, as you allow it to enter your awareness, You feel your own breathing synchronizing with it. The river breathes, and you breathe with it. In, the gentle whisper of water. Out, the soft sigh of current. In and out. Your breath and the river's flow become one. The river curves to the left, and your tapestry curves with it, following the bend with perfect precision. The movement is so smooth that you barely notice you are turning. You are simply flowing, following the path, going where the river goes. As you round the bend, you see the city spread out on both banks. Buildings crowd close to the water's edge. Some buildings have windows that face the water, and a few of these windows still show light, tiny rectangles of warm glow. Someone is awake in those rooms. But most of the windows are dark. Most of the people are sleeping. The river continues its course, and you continue with it. The movement is hypnotic, mesmerizing, drawing you deeper into a state of relaxation. There is something about following a river, about moving with its flow, that is deeply satisfying. Perhaps it is because we are mostly water ourselves. Perhaps it is because rivers have always been paths, routes of travel. Perhaps it is simply because the river's movement is so smooth, so perfectly effortless. The water does not struggle or strain. It does not push or force. It simply flows, allowing gravity to pull it forward, allowing the shape of the land to guide its course, surrendering to natural forces. And in that surrender, in that letting go, in that perfect trust, there is a lesson. Your tapestry glides on, and the river flows on, and you flow with it, your body completely relaxed, your mind quiet and still, your spirit at peace. The movement is not taking you anywhere in particular, or rather, it is taking you exactly where you need to go, which is deeper into rest, deeper into relaxation. The reflected stars shimmer on the water's surface, creating a field of light that seems to extend infinitely. The moon's crescent hangs above, and its reflection hangs below, and you float between them, suspended between sky and water, between heaven and earth, between waking and sleeping. The river curves again, this time to the right, and again your tapestry follows, gliding smoothly around the bend, maintaining its perfect position above the water. The synchronization is complete now. You are not following the river anymore. You are part of it. You are flowing just as the water is flowing. You are moving forward just as the current is moving forward. You are surrendering to the natural forces that guide you, just as the river surrenders to gravity and the shape of the land. And in this surrender, in this letting go, in this perfect trust and perfect flow, you find a peace deeper than any you have known before. You are not trying to control anything, not trying to make anything happen, not trying to get anywhere or achieve anything. You are simply being, simply flowing, simply allowing yourself to be carried by forces larger and wiser than your individual will. The river is teaching you. It is showing you how to move through life with grace and ease. It is demonstrating the power of surrender, the wisdom of going with the flow, the peace that comes from trusting the natural order. And you are learning, absorbing these lessons, not through your conscious mind, but through your body, through your breath, through the deep, wordless knowing that comes from direct experience. The tapestry continues to glide above the water, and the river continues to flow beneath you, and you continue to float between them, held in perfect suspension, moving forward with effortless grace, carried by the ancient current toward your destination, toward the place of rest, toward the deep and healing embrace of sleep. The city begins to fall behind now as the river carries you toward its outskirts, toward the place where urban gives way to rural, where buildings give way to fields, but you are not there yet. For now you are still floating above the river, still following its course, still moving with its flow, still learning its lessons of surrender and trust. The water flows on, dark and silver, smooth and continuous, patient and eternal, and you flow with it, breathing slowly, your heart beating steadily, your mind quiet and still, your body completely relaxed, your spirit at peace. The river carries you forward, and you trust it completely, knowing that it will take you exactly where you need to go. The moonlight shimmers on the water, the stars pulse in the sky above, and you float between them, suspended in perfect peace, carried by the river's flow, drifting deeper and deeper into rest, into relaxation, into the beautiful healing realm of sleep and dreams. The river curves one final time, and as your tapestry follows its bend, you see that the landscape is changing. The buildings that have lined the banks begin to thin out, to become less frequent, to give way to open space. The city is ending. You are leaving the realm of human habitation, moving into something different, something wilder. Your tapestry rises slightly, lifting away from the river's surface, gaining altitude as it prepares to leave the water behind. The river continues its course below you, flowing westward toward the distant sea, but you are turning away from it now, your floating carpet adjusting its direction, pointing toward the south, toward the vast emptiness that stretches beyond the city's edge. And as you rise higher, as you gain the elevation needed to see beyond the last buildings, you see it spread out before you, the desert. The great desert that surrounds this city like an ocean surrounds an island, the endless expanse of sand and stone that has existed here since before humans arrived. But this is not the desert of the daytime, with its brutal heat and blinding light. This is the desert of the night, transformed by darkness and starlight into something magical, something otherworldly. The first thing you notice is the color of the sand. During the day, desert sand is yellow or brown or red, but at night, under the light of the stars and the thin crescent moon, the sand is white, pure, luminous white, as if it has been bleached by the darkness, as if the night has drained all color from it. As your tapestry glides out over the edge of the city, leaving the last buildings behind, entering the open desert, you see this white sand spreading out before you in all directions. It is not flat. It is sculpted by wind into dunes, into waves of sand that rise and fall like a frozen ocean. The dunes are beautiful in their simplicity. They are pure form, pure shape, pure line. Each dune is a curve, a graceful arc that rises from a shallow base to a sharp crest, then falls away on the other side in a steeper slope. The windward side of each dune is gentle, gradual. The leeward side is steep, dramatic. This asymmetry creates a visual rhythm, a pattern of rise and fall that repeats across the landscape as far as you can see. And the white sand, it does not merely reflect the starlight. It seems to glow with its own inner light, as if each grain of sand is a tiny moon, a miniature star. The effect is stunning. The desert looks like a field of snow, like a landscape of clouds, like a realm of pure light that happens to be made of sand. Your tapestry descends slightly, bringing you closer to the surface of the dunes, not so close that you could touch them, but close enough that you can see the details, can observe the texture of the sand, can appreciate the subtle variations in color and brightness. And as you come closer, you see something remarkable. The sand is sparkling. Each grain catches the starlight and reflects it back, creating tiny points of brilliance that twinkle and flash as your perspective shifts. It is as if the sand is made of diamonds, of crystals, of precious gems scattered across the desert floor in such profusion that they have lost all value. The Desert of Diamonds. That is what this place should be called. Not because there are actual diamonds here. The sparkle comes from quartz crystals, from mica flakes, from tiny fragments of glass created when lightning strikes the sand. But the effect is the same as if the desert were covered in precious stones. It sparkles, it shimmers, it glows with a cold, beautiful light. Your tapestry glides forward, skimming low over the dunes, and you watch the sparkles move beneath you. Watch the patterns of light shift and change. Watch the diamond field extend infinitely in all directions. The visual is simple. Clean lines, vast horizon, minimal detail. There are no trees here, no plants, no signs of life. There is only sand and light, form and space, the essential elements of landscape reduced to their most basic components. And in this simplicity, in this minimalism, there is a profound peace. The desert does not demand anything of you. It does not ask you to understand it, to appreciate it, to interact with it in any way. It simply exists, vast and empty and beautiful, offering itself to your gaze without expectation or requirement. This indifference is liberating. In a world where so many things demand your attention, your energy, your response, the desert's complete lack of demand is a gift. You can simply be here, floating above it, observing it, allowing your eyes to rest on its simple beauty without any need to analyze or interpret. Your mind, which has been gradually quieting throughout your journey, becomes even more still as you float over this empty landscape. There is nothing here to think about, nothing to figure out, nothing to process. There is only space, vast, empty, peaceful space. And in that space your thoughts have room to spread out, to dissipate, to dissolve like mist in the morning sun. The dunes pass beneath you, one after another, an endless procession of white curves and sharp crests. Each dune is similar to the others, and yet each is unique, shaped by the particular patterns of wind that created it. But these differences are subtle, barely noticeable. The overall impression is one of sameness, of repetition, of a pattern that extends infinitely without significant variation. This repetition is hypnotic. Your eyes follow the curves of the dunes, tracing the lines from base to crest to base again, over and over, in an endless cycle that has no beginning and no end. The rhythm of the dunes matches the rhythm of your breathing, matches the rhythm of your heartbeat, matches the slow, steady rhythm of your descent into deeper and deeper relaxation. The sparkles continue to flash and twinkle as you glide over the sand. Each tiny point of light appears for a moment, then disappears, then appears again in a slightly different location as your perspective shifts. It is like watching stars, but stars that are very close, stars that you could reach down and touch if you wanted to, but you don't want to. You want only to watch, to observe, to let your eyes rest on this field of light. The desert is teaching you something. It is showing you the beauty of emptiness, the peace of simplicity, the profound rest that comes from letting go of complexity and detail and the endless stimulation of the busy world. Here, in this empty place, there is nothing to distract you, nothing to pull your attention in multiple directions, nothing to fragment your awareness. There is only space, only light, only the simple, clean beauty of sand and stars. Your tapestry continues to glide forward, and the dunes continue to pass beneath you, and gradually, so gradually that you barely notice it happening, your mind empties. Thoughts that were still lingering, concerns that were still occupying small corners of your awareness, worries that were still whispering at the edges of your consciousness. All of these fade away, dissolve, disappear into the vast emptiness of the desert. As the landscape empties, your mind empties. As the visual simplifies, your thoughts simplify. As the desert offers you its gift of space and silence, you accept that gift, you open yourself to it, you allow it to fill you with its peaceful emptiness. The white dunes glow beneath you, the stars pulse above you, and you float between them, your mind clear and empty, your body completely relaxed, your spirit at peace. There is nothing left now but this moment, this place, this simple experience of floating over an empty desert under a starlit sky. All complexity has fallen away, all detail has been stripped away. All that remains is the essential, the fundamental, the irreducible core of existence, space and light and consciousness, nothing more. The sparkles continue to flash, but you are barely aware of them now. Your eyes are open, or perhaps they are closed. It doesn't matter. You are seeing with something deeper than eyes, perceiving with something more fundamental than vision. You are experiencing the desert not as a visual phenomenon, but as a state of being, as a quality of consciousness, as a profound emptiness that is also a profound fullness. The dunes rise and fall, in an endless rhythm that matches your breathing, that matches your heartbeat, that matches the slow pulse of your descent into sleep. You are sinking now, sinking into the emptiness, sinking into the peace, sinking into the beautiful void that the desert represents. And as you sink, you feel lighter, freer, more at peace than you have ever felt before. The desert of diamonds spreads out beneath you, vast and empty and beautiful. And you float above it, empty and peaceful and ready to continue your journey, ready to rise higher, ready to leave even this simple landscape behind and move into something even more minimal, even more peaceful, even more conducive to the deep rest that is your destination. The white sand glows, the stars pulse, and you float, empty and full at the same time, peaceful and alert at the same time, sinking and rising at the same time, held in perfect suspension between earth and sky, between waking and sleeping, between being and not being, in the beautiful, peaceful space that exists at the threshold of sleep. Your tapestry has been gliding low over the desert, skimming just above the white dunes. But now, something changes. You feel a shift in the movement of your floating carpet. It is no longer moving forward horizontally. It is beginning to rise. The ascent is gentle, gradual, barely perceptible at first. Just as when you first lifted off from the marble terrace, the movement is so smooth that you barely notice it is happening. You only know that the dunes below you are becoming smaller, more distant, that you are gaining altitude, rising up, leaving the earth behind. The tapestry rises steadily, and with each foot of elevation, the desert below becomes more abstract, more simplified. The individual dunes blur together, becoming a textured surface rather than distinct forms. The sparkles merge into a general glow. The desert becomes a field of white light, a plane of radiance that extends to the horizon. And as you rise higher, even this simplified view begins to fade. The curvature of the earth becomes apparent, and you can see the desert as a whole, as a vast region of whiteness bordered by darker areas. The desert, which seemed infinite when you were close to it, is revealed to be finite, bounded, a specific place in a larger world. But you are not focused on the earth below anymore. Your attention is being drawn upward, toward the sky, toward the stars that have been your companions throughout this journey, that have watched over you with their gentle, pulsing light. The stars seem closer now, brighter, more present. As you rise higher into the atmosphere, as you leave the lower layers of air behind, the stars become more distinct, more individual, more real. They are not just points of light anymore. They are suns, distant suns, unimaginably far away, but suns nonetheless. Each one is a massive ball of burning gas, a nuclear furnace that has been burning for billions of years. And that light, it is not harsh or bright or blinding. The stars are too far away for that. Their light has traveled for years, for centuries, for millennia to reach you. And in that journey, it has been softened, gentled, transformed into something peaceful and soothing. The starlight that touches your face is ancient light, patient light, light that has crossed unimaginable distances to be here with you in this moment. Your tapestry continues to rise, and the stars continue to grow brighter, closer, more present. The sky, which has been a dome of indigo throughout your journey, begins to change color. The indigo deepens, darkens, becomes a rich, velvety purple, and then the purple darkens further, becoming a deep, profound black. But it is not the black of absence. It is the black of space, of the cosmos, of the infinite universe that exists beyond the thin shell of atmosphere. This black is not empty. It is full, full of stars, full of light, full of energy and matter, and the mysterious dark substance that holds galaxies together. It is a living black, a breathing black, a black that pulses with the rhythm of the universe. You are rising into this black now, leaving the atmosphere behind, entering the realm of space. But you are not cold, not struggling to breathe. Your tapestry protects you, surrounds you with a bubble of comfortable air and perfect temperature, shields you from the harsh realities of the vacuum, while allowing you to experience the beauty, the wonder, the profound peace of being in space. The earth falls away below you, becoming smaller, more distant, less significant. You can see it now as a whole, as a sphere, as a blue and white and brown ball hanging in the blackness, lit by the sun that is currently on the other side of the planet. The earth is beautiful from this distance, beautiful and fragile and precious. It is home. And yet, from up here, it looks so small, so insignificant, so vulnerable in the vast emptiness of space. But you are not thinking about the earth anymore. Your attention is on the stars, on the infinite field of light that surrounds you, that extends in all directions without limit or boundary. You are immersed in the cosmos now, floating in space, held by your magic carpet in perfect safety and perfect comfort, free to observe, to experience, to simply be in the presence of this vast and ancient beauty. The stars are not all the same. Some are bright, some are dim, some are white, some are blue, some are red or yellow or orange. Each color represents a different temperature, a different stage in the star's life cycle. The white stars are hot, young. The red stars are cooler, older. The blue stars are the hottest of all, massive and short-lived. But these differences do not disturb the overall impression of peace and harmony. The stars exist together, each one following its own path, each one burning according to its own nature, each one contributing its light to the overall glow of the universe. There is no competition among the stars, no conflict, no struggle. They simply exist, each one doing what it does, each one being what it is. Your tapestry floats among the stars, and you float with it, your body completely relaxed, your mind quiet and still, your spirit expanded to fill the vastness of space. You are not separate from the stars anymore. You are part of them. You are made of the same stuff they are made of. atoms forged in the hearts of ancient stars, scattered across space when those stars died, eventually coalescing into planets and life and consciousness. You are star stuff. You are the universe made conscious, the cosmos looking at itself, and in this moment, floating among the stars, you feel that connection deeply, profoundly, in a way that goes beyond words or thoughts. You feel your kinship with the cosmos, your belonging to this vast and ancient system, your place in the great web of existence that connects all things. The stars pulse their gentle rhythm, and you pulse with them. They breathe, and you breathe with them. They exist, and you exist with them. There is no separation anymore, no boundary between self and universe, between consciousness and cosmos, between you and the infinite field of light and energy that surrounds you. Your tapestry continues to float, but you have stopped tracking its movement, stopped caring about direction or destination. You are simply here, now, in this moment, in this place, surrounded by stars, held in the gentle embrace of the universe, at peace in a way that transcends all ordinary understanding. The earth is far below you now, barely visible, just a small blue dot in the vast darkness, and you are far above it, far beyond it, floating in space, immersed in starlight, surrounded by the ancient, patient glow of a billion suns. You are exactly where you need to be. You are exactly what you need to be. You are home, in the deepest, most profound sense of that word. Home in the cosmos, home in the universe, home in the infinite, eternal now. The stars continue to pulse, their light steady and sure, their presence constant and unchanging, and you pulse with them, breathe with them, exist with them, held in perfect peace, perfect stillness, perfect rest as you float among them, suspended in the vastness of space, cradled by the universe itself, safe and protected and loved beyond all measure. The black of space is not frightening. It is comforting, embracing, like the softest blanket, like the most gentle arms, like the ultimate sanctuary where nothing can harm you, where nothing can disturb you, where you can rest completely and absolutely. And as you float here among the stars in the perfect peace of space, you feel yourself beginning to dissolve, to merge, to become one with the light that surrounds you. The boundaries of your body become less distinct, less solid, less real. You are not a separate thing anymore, not an individual consciousness trapped in a physical form. You are becoming light itself, becoming energy, becoming the very fabric of space and time. Your tapestry holds you still, supports you still, but you can barely feel it anymore. You are so light now, so weightless, so freed from the constraints of physical existence, that the distinction between you and the tapestry, between you and the stars, between you and the universe itself, has almost completely dissolved. You are floating, you are light, you are peace, you are home. The stars pulse, you pulse, the universe breathes, you breathe, and in this perfect synchronization, in this perfect unity, in this perfect peace, you are ready for the next stage of your journey, ready to move even deeper into rest, even further into the realm of sleep and dreams. As you float among the stars, as you exist in that state of perfect peace and perfect unity with the cosmos, your tapestry begins to change its course once again, not descending back toward Earth, not ascending further into space, but moving laterally now, drifting through the upper atmosphere, carrying you towards something new. Ahead of you, barely visible against the dark purple-black of the sky, you see a mass of something lighter, something softer, At first, it appears as just a lighter patch in the darkness, but as your tapestry drifts closer, it resolves itself into something more distinct. It is a cloud, but not an ordinary cloud. This is a night cloud, a high-altitude cloud formed of ice crystals rather than water droplets floating in the thin, cold air at the very edge of space. It is a noctilucent cloud, rare and beautiful, visible only in the deep twilight or the darkest night, glowing with a gentle, ethereal light that seems to come from within. The cloud is vast, stretching across a large section of sky, but it is also thin, translucent. You can see stars through it, their light softened and diffused by the ice crystals. The cloud is not white, exactly. It is more silver blue, the color of moonlight, the color of frost, the color of winter starlight reflected off ice. As your tapestry approaches this cloud, you feel a change in the air around you. It becomes cooler, damper, more present. The dry emptiness of space gives way to something more substantial, more tactile. You are re-entering the atmosphere, descending from the realm of pure light and vacuum into the realm of air and moisture. Your tapestry does not stop at the edge of the cloud. It continues forward, gliding directly toward this pale, glowing mass, carrying you into it, immersing you in its cool, misty embrace. And as you pass through the boundary between clear air and cloud, as you enter this sanctuary of ice and vapor, you experience a sensation that is both startling and deeply soothing. The cloud touches your face. It is not a solid touch. It is softer than that, more gentle, more ephemeral. It is like being kissed by mist, like having your forehead dabbed with a cool, damp cloth, like being caressed by the gentlest possible breeze that carries with it just a hint of moisture. The sensation is cooling, refreshing, cleansing. Where the cloud touches your skin, you feel a pleasant coolness, not cold enough to be uncomfortable, but cool enough to be noticeable, to be pleasant, to be soothing. It is like the feeling of stepping into shade on a hot day, or like the first cool breeze of evening after a long, warm afternoon. And with that coolness comes moisture, just a hint of it, just the faintest dampness, like the air before a gentle rain. It is not enough to make you wet, not enough to soak through your silk robe. It is just a presence, a quality in the air, a subtle humidity that adds weight and substance to what you are breathing. As your tapestry glides deeper into the cloud, the world around you transforms. The stars, which have been your constant companions, fade from view, their light blocked by the ice crystals and water vapor that surround you. The darkness of space is replaced by a softer darkness, a luminous grayness that seems to emanate from the cloud itself. You are enclosed now, wrapped in mist, surrounded by a cocoon of vapor that separates you from the outside world, that creates a private space, a sanctuary. The cloud muffles sound as well as sight. Where before you could hear the gentle whisper of wind, now there is only silence. Deep, profound, absolute silence. The ice crystals and water droplets absorb sound, prevent it from traveling, create an acoustic environment of perfect quietness. It is like being in a soundproof room, like being wrapped in the thickest, softest cotton. This silence is not empty or void. It has a quality, a presence, a texture. It is a living silence, a breathing silence, a silence that holds you and supports you and creates a space for deep rest. In this silence, all the noise of the world is completely absent, completely shut out, completely irrelevant. There is only this silence, this perfect, profound, beautiful silence. Your breathing is the only sound now, and even that is muted, softened by the cloud. You breathe in, the cool, moist air of the cloud. You breathe out, releasing, letting go, surrendering. In, cool and damp and clean. Out, warm and soft and releasing. The rhythm of your breathing is slow now, very slow, each breath taking many seconds, each cycle of inhalation and exhalation stretching out, becoming more spacious, more relaxed. The tapestry continues to glide through the cloud, but you have lost all sense of movement. With no visual references, with no sound to indicate motion, with nothing but the uniform grayness surrounding you, you might as well be perfectly still. You are suspended, floating, existing in a space that has no coordinates, no dimensions, no relationship to the ordinary world. The coolness of the cloud continues to touch your face, your hands, any part of you that is exposed. And now you notice something else. The coolness is spreading, moving inward, penetrating beneath your skin, reaching into your muscles, your bones, your very core. It is as if the cloud is cooling you from the inside, lowering your body temperature just slightly, just enough to make you feel more relaxed, more sleepy, more ready to surrender to rest. This internal cooling is deeply pleasant. It is like drinking cool water on a warm day, like lying on cool sheets after being too warm, like the feeling of perfect temperature equilibrium, where your body is neither too hot nor too cold, but exactly, precisely comfortable. The coolness removes the last traces of alertness, the final remnants of waking consciousness. The cloud wraps around you more tightly now, or perhaps your tapestry has reached the densest part of the cloud. The grayness deepens, becomes more opaque, more enveloping. You are completely enclosed now, completely surrounded, completely immersed in this cool, damp, silent world of vapor and ice. And in this enclosure, you feel safe, profoundly, deeply safe. The cloud is like a womb, like a cocoon, like the most perfect shelter imaginable. Nothing can reach you here. No sound, no light, no disturbance of any kind can penetrate this misty barrier. You are protected, shielded, wrapped in a blanket of vapor that separates you from all the demands and concerns and stresses of the waking world. The moisture in the air settles on your skin like the finest, most delicate dew. Each tiny droplet is cool and soothing, and together they create a sensation of being gently bathed, of being cleansed, of being refreshed and renewed. The moisture seems to draw out impurities, to absorb tension, to carry away all the accumulated stress and fatigue. Your body continues to relax, to release, to let go. The coolness of the cloud has penetrated deep now, reaching all the way to your center, lowering your core temperature just enough to trigger your body's sleep response, to signal to your nervous system that it is time to rest, time to repair, time to surrender to the healing processes that happen only during sleep. Your muscles are completely loose now, without even the faintest tension. Your jaw hangs slack. Your hands are open and soft. Your legs are heavy and still. Your entire body has become a dead weight, supported completely by the tapestry, requiring no effort, no holding, no maintaining of any kind. You have let go of your body, released your grip on it, allowed it to simply be, to simply rest. The grayness of the cloud fills your vision. Whether your eyes are open or closed, you are no longer sure which. There is nothing to see here, no forms or shapes or colors, just this uniform, gentle grayness that extends in all directions. And in this absence of visual stimulation, your mind quiets even further, releases even more completely, lets go of the need to process images, to interpret visual information. The silence continues, profound and absolute. No sound enters from outside. No sound is generated within. There is only the faintest whisper of your breath, so quiet that it barely registers. And even this fades, becomes less and less noticeable, until you are not sure if you are breathing at all or if the cloud is breathing for you. You are dissolving now, truly dissolving. The boundaries between you and the cloud are becoming indistinct, impossible to define. Where does your body end and the mist begin? Where does your consciousness stop and the grayness start? These questions have no answers, or perhaps they have too many answers, or perhaps the questions themselves are meaningless in this place, in this state. The cloud holds you. The cloud breathes you. The cloud is you. You are not in the cloud anymore. You are the cloud. You are made of mist and vapor and cool, damp air. You are formless, boundless, infinite. You are everywhere and nowhere, everything and nothing, present and absent, all at the same time. The cool, damp kiss of the cloud on your forehead is the only sensation remaining, the only anchor to physical reality, the only thing that reminds you that you have a body, that you exist in physical form. But even this is fading, becoming fainter, less distinct, less real. Soon, even this will be gone, and you will be completely dissolved, completely merged with the cloud, completely lost in the beautiful, peaceful grayness. The cloud sanctuary holds you in its misty arms. The silence wraps around you like the softest blanket. The coolness penetrates to your very core, and you surrender completely. Let go absolutely. Dissolve entirely into this perfect, peaceful, beautiful state of complete rest, complete relaxation, complete and utter peace. You are the mist. You are the silence. You are the coolness. You are the cloud. And the cloud is carrying you forward, deeper into rest, deeper into peace, deeper into the final stages of your journey toward sleep. The cloud continues to hold you, to surround you, to be you. But something is changing, shifting, transforming. The grayness that has filled your vision begins to deepen, to darken, to fade into something else. Not blackness exactly, but an absence, a void, a space where even the concept of color no longer applies. You are moving deeper now, deeper than you have gone before, deeper than you knew it was possible to go. You are descending through layers of consciousness, passing through states of being that most people never experience, entering realms that exist beyond thought, beyond sensation, beyond any form of ordinary awareness. The cool, damp touch of the cloud on your skin. It is gone now, not because the cloud has gone away, but because you can no longer distinguish between your skin and the mist, between the sensation of coolness and the sensation of nothing. The boundary has dissolved completely. There is no longer an inside and an outside, no longer a you and a not you. There is only this, whatever this is. Your body, you can no longer feel it. You know, in some abstract way, that you have a body, that it exists somewhere, that it is lying on a tapestry floating through the night sky. But you cannot feel it anymore. You cannot sense its weight, its temperature, its position in space. The physical sensation of having a body has completely vanished. Where does your body end? You do not know. You cannot tell. There is no clear boundary, no definite edge where you stop and the world begins. Perhaps your body extends out to fill the entire cloud. Perhaps it stretches out to encompass the whole sky. Perhaps it has expanded to include everything. Or perhaps it has contracted to a single point, to an infinitesimal speck, to nothing at all. Both seem equally true. Both seem equally false. The question itself seems meaningless, irrelevant, based on assumptions that no longer apply in this state. The tapestry that has been carrying you, supporting you, holding you throughout your journey. You can no longer feel it beneath you. You know it is there, in the same abstract way that you know you have a body, but the sensory experience of lying on something, of being supported by something, has vanished completely. There is no beneath anymore, no above, no around. There are no directions, no orientations, no spatial relationships. There is only here, wherever here is. You're breathing. You are not sure if you are still breathing. There is no sensation of air moving in and out of your lungs, no feeling of your chest expanding and contracting, no awareness of the rhythm that has been with you throughout your journey. Perhaps you are still breathing. Perhaps your body is continuing to perform this essential function without your awareness, without your participation. Or perhaps breathing has become so slow, so subtle, so minimal that it has fallen below the threshold of perception. Your heartbeat. It too has vanished from your awareness. No pulse, no rhythm, no sense of blood moving through your veins. Perhaps your heart is still beating somewhere far away, in that body that you can no longer feel, maintaining life, sustaining existence. Or perhaps your heart has slowed so much that it beats only once every many seconds, creating such long gaps between beats that each beat seems like an isolated event, unconnected to the one before or the one after. You are in a state of suspended animation now, a state where all the normal processes of life continue, but at such a reduced rate, at such a minimal level, that they seem to have stopped entirely. You are hibernating, in a sense. Not sleeping, exactly, but something deeper than sleep, something more profound, something closer to the stillness of death while still maintaining the spark of life. But there is no fear in this state, no concern, no worry about whether you are alive or dead, whether you are breathing or not breathing, whether your heart is beating or has stopped. These concerns belong to the waking world, to the realm of normal consciousness where survival matters. But here, in this deep place, in this profound stillness, such concerns are irrelevant, meaningless. You are not alive. You are not dead. You are something else, something between, something that exists in a state where such categories have no meaning. You are suspended, held in perfect balance, existing in a space where nothing happens, where nothing changes, where nothing begins or ends because there is no time for things to begin or end in. Time? It has stopped. Or perhaps it never existed in the first place. The concept of before and after, of past and future, of moments flowing from one to the next, all of this has dissolved, has been revealed as an illusion. There is only now, but not now as a point in time, not now as a moment that is different from other moments, now as everything, now as always, now as the only thing that exists, the only thing that has ever existed, the only thing that will ever exist, now eternal, now infinite, now unchanging and unchangeable. You exist in this now, or perhaps you are this now, or perhaps you is a concept that no longer applies because there is no you separate from the now to do the existing. The observer and the observed have merged, have become one, have dissolved into a unified field of awareness that is aware of nothing, because there is nothing to be aware of, nothing separate from itself to perceive or understand or experience. This is the state of nothingness, not the nothingness of absence or void or emptiness, but the nothingness that is also everything, that contains all possibilities without manifesting any of them. That is the ground of being, the source of existence, the ultimate reality that underlies all appearances, all forms, all phenomena. In this state, there is perfect peace, not peace as the absence of conflict or disturbance, but peace as the fundamental nature of existence, peace as what remains when everything else has fallen away, peace as the bedrock of reality itself. In this state, there is no desire, no wanting, no need for anything to be different than it is. How could there be when there is no separate self to do the wanting, no object to be wanted, no gap between what is and what should be? In this state, there is no thought. The mind, that constant generator of words and images and ideas, has fallen silent, has stopped its endless activity, has revealed itself to be just another phenomenon, just another appearance, just another wave on the surface of the deep ocean of consciousness. In this state, there is no sensation. The body, that source of endless feelings and impulses and demands, has faded from awareness, has become irrelevant, has shown itself to be just a temporary vehicle, just a collection of sensations that arise and pass away. In this state, there is no you. The sense of being a separate individual, of being a person with a history and a future and a distinct identity. All of this has dissolved, has been seen through, has been revealed as just another thought, just another idea, just another concept that the mind creates to organize experience, but that has no independent existence. And yet, there is awareness. Not awareness of anything in particular, not awareness of this or that, not awareness of objects or sensations or thoughts. Just awareness itself, pure and simple, consciousness without content, knowing without known, the light that illuminates everything but that does not need anything to illuminate in order to exist. This awareness is what you are. This consciousness is your true nature. This knowing is the ultimate reality of your being. Everything else, your body, your thoughts, your feelings, your identity, your story, all of this is just appearance, just manifestation, just the play of consciousness as it expresses itself in form and time and space. But here, in this deep state, in this profound stillness, in this moment of perfect dissolution, all appearances have fallen away, all manifestations have subsided, all expression has returned to its source. And what remains is just this, pure awareness, consciousness itself, the eternal witness that observes all things but that is itself unobserved, the ultimate subject that can never become an object, the ground of all being that has no ground beneath it. You rest here, in this state of nothingness, in this space of pure being, in this moment of perfect peace. There is nowhere to go from here, because there is no here to go from. There is nothing to do because there is no one to do anything. There is nothing to achieve because everything has already been achieved. Or rather, nothing needed to be achieved in the first place, because everything is already perfect, already complete, already exactly as it should be. This is the state beyond sleep, beyond dreams, beyond all forms of experience. This is the source from which sleep arises and to which it returns. This is the ground of rest, the foundation of peace, the ultimate refuge where nothing can disturb you because there is no you to be disturbed. And here, in this profound stillness, in this perfect peace, in this state of nothingness that is also everything, you rest. Completely. Absolutely. Finally, the journey is complete. The destination has been reached. There is nowhere else to go, nothing else to do, nothing else to be. You are home. You are at peace. You are nothing and everything, and it is perfect. In the beginning, there was movement. There was a terrace of white marble. There was a robe of midnight blue silk. There was a tapestry rising from the marble floor. There was a scent, the gentle lift away from earth. There was a city below, sleeping and peaceful. There were domes of gold and sapphire. There were gardens, fragrant with jasmine. There were fountains, rhythmic and soothing. There was a river, flowing silver in the moonlight. There was a desert, white and sparkling. There were stars, bright and close. There was a cloud, cool and damp. And there was dissolution, the fading of boundaries, the release of form, the descent into nothingness. But now there is only this moment, this state, this perfect, profound stillness. You are suspended in the starlight, though you cannot see the stars. You are floating on your tapestry, though you cannot feel its surface. You are breathing, though you are not aware of the breath. You are existing, though there is no sense of a separate self. This is the 1000th night. Not literally, perhaps, but symbolically, spiritually. This is the night that contains all nights, the night that is the culmination of all journeys, the night where all stories end and all silence begins. This is the night of perfect rest, perfect peace, perfect surrender. The journey pauses here, or perhaps it ends here, or perhaps it never began in the first place. And all of the movement, all of the travel, all of the progression from terrace to cloud to nothingness was just a dream, just a story told to help you arrive at this place where no story is needed. The storyteller falls silent now. The narrator withdraws. The guide who has been with you throughout this journey, who has described the terrace and the robe and the tapestry and all the wonders you have seen, who has spoken in soothing tones about fountains and rivers and stars, that voice fades now, becomes quieter, softer, less distinct, until it is just a whisper, a breath, a barely there presence. And then, even that is gone. The voice has stopped, the story has ended, the words have ceased. There is only silence now, perfect, profound, absolute silence. Not the silence of an empty room, not the silence between sounds, but the silence that is the absence of all possibility of sound, the silence that exists in the deepest reaches of space, in the innermost chambers of consciousness, in the ultimate heart of being. In this silence, you rest. Your body, somewhere far away, continues its minimal functioning. Your heart beats, perhaps once every 10 seconds, perhaps once every 20. Your lungs expand, perhaps once every 30 seconds, perhaps once every minute. But you are not aware of any of this. You are not aware of anything. Awareness itself has dimmed, has quieted, has subsided into a state so deep, so still, so peaceful that nothing arises in it, nothing appears in it. Nothing disturbs its perfect mirror-like smoothness. This is the state that mystics seek. This is the goal of meditation, the aim of all spiritual practice. This is the peace that passes understanding, the rest that restores all things, the silence that is the source of all sound. You are hovering in the starlight, perfectly warm, perfectly comfortable, perfectly safe. Though you cannot feel the warmth, cannot sense the comfort, cannot know the safety, these qualities exist, but they exist in a realm that awareness no longer reaches. The journey is over, or perhaps it has just begun, or perhaps there is no journey and there never was. Only this eternal moment, this infinite now, this perfect stillness that has always existed and will always exist. The story is over. The narrative has reached its conclusion. There is nothing more to tell, nothing more to describe, nothing more to explain. All the words that could be said have been said. All the images that could be painted have been painted. Now there is only this, the silence, the stillness, the peace. Sleep is not coming because sleep is already here. It has been here all along, waiting patiently for you to arrive, for you to descend deep enough, for you to let go completely enough to recognize it, to merge with it, to become it. You are sleeping now, deeply sleeping, so deeply that there are no dreams, no images, no stories playing out in your mind, just this profound, healing, restorative state of complete rest, complete relaxation, complete and utter peace. Your body knows what to do now. It knows how to repair itself, how to restore its energy, how to process the experiences of the day, how to consolidate memories, how to maintain health, how to prepare for tomorrow. It does all of this automatically, without any conscious direction. And you rest, you float, you exist in this state of perfect stillness, perfect peace, perfect nothingness that is also everything. Drifting, drifting. The word itself is fading now, losing its meaning, dissolving into silence, drifting. Just a sound now, not even a word, just a gentle vibration, a soft breath, a whisper of silence, complete silence. The stars pulse above you, though you do not see them. The tapestry holds you, though you do not feel it. The night embraces you, though you do not know it. You are asleep, deeply, profoundly, completely asleep. And in this sleep, you rest, you heal, you restore, you prepare for tomorrow, whenever tomorrow comes, if tomorrow ever comes. Though tomorrow does not matter now, has no reality now. There is only now, only this, only sleep, only peace, only the profound, healing, restorative state of complete rest. The 1000th night continues. It has no end. It stretches on forever, an eternal moment of perfect peace, perfect stillness, perfect rest. And you exist within it, part of it, one with it, indistinguishable from it. The story is over. The journey is complete. There is nothing more, only peace.